Hello everyone, Pierce Nation here. I've been gone for a little bit, but not too long. Hope you guys missed me while I've been gone. But today we're going to go over the Yu-Gi-Oh! News for the day. And of course, we're going to be talking about Predaplant, Exorcister, Punk, Brave Token, and Pendulum. Whatever that is. Not real sure, but we'll get right into it. Let's move my OPS out of the way. Punk. Now, let me know if this is a new archetype. I don't know anything about these. This looks like Noah Punk D Note. I guess that's how you say that. It's a level 5 Earth Warrior effect. You can use the first and second effects of this card once per turn. You can reveal one other Punk monster in your hand. Special summon either this card or the revealed monster from your hand. And if you do, send the other to the graveyard. Oh, I bet you could pop that off that way too. And it says, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one non-level 5 Punk monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon Noah Punk D Note for the rest of this turn. So you can actually do it off himself, which is very handy. I like that. The Illegal Knight. This guy looks badass as fuck. He's a level 7 Dark Fiend effect type. You can only use the first and second effects of this card once per turn. During your main phase, if you control no monsters or you control a Brave Token, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you control a Brave Token, quick effect, you can target up to 2 monsters your opponent controls. Switch control of this card, and if you do, return those targets to hand. Ooh, so kind of this little pop effect. Get your opponent's board clear. That's neat. But I mean, you'd have to have something to get over that, which, I mean, I'm sure you would, but I mean, in that situation, I don't know if you would exactly. I may not get too far here. So this is Exorcister Magnifica? I think that's how you say that? Magnifica? If I'm saying that wrong, please correct me. So rank 8 Light Warrior Xyz effect. It takes 2 rank 4 Exorcister monsters. Must be special summoned with the above materials, which is not that hard to do, especially in an archetype that's run with Exorcister, because it's only 2. It says effect 1 can declare 2 attacks per battle phase. Effect 2, once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, banish 1 card your opponent controls, which banishing is not a targeting effect, so there you go. When your opponent activates an effect, quick effect, you can return 1 monster attached to this card back to the extra deck. Then you can Xyz summon that monster using this card you control as material. Transfer this card's material to the summoned monster. Very handy. And I think we're on the Predaplant support, right? Yeah, this is the pendulums. I need to learn pendulums at some point in time. But from what I heard, pendulums aren't really worth a shit, so I still need to know how to use them though. Even though let's see here. Let's see, Predaplant Triantis. It's a level 8 dark pendulum effect. So say it says if you were to fusion summon a dark fusion monster, you could also use monsters in your pendulum zone as material. Very neat. Predaplant pendulum effect, of course, says if this card is used as fusion material and sent to the graveyard or your face-up extra deck. Yeah, it's pendulum, that's right, it goes to the extra deck. You can choose monsters on the field up to the number of monsters you control. Then place 1 Predaplant counter on each of them, and if you do, any of those monsters that are level 2 or higher become level 1. Ooh. I'm gonna assume you help it. Let's see. This is Predaplant Buforium? Buforcium? I have no idea. You could pronounce that? Be great. I have no idea what that even is. Wow. Level 1 Dark. It's a pendulum effect as well. It says you can use this card's pendulum effect once per turn. Effect 1, during your main phase, you can fusion summon one dark fusion monster using materials from your hand or field as material. It's a plant pendulum effect, like the other one. You can use You can only use this card's monster effect once per turn. If this card is used as fusion materials into the graveyard or face-up extra deck, you can add one pendulum monster from your face-up extra deck to your hand, except this card. Not even gonna try to pronounce that. Again. Ooh, these are the good ones. Okay, I have seen some of these. So this looks like Predaplant Bit Syrup. I think I got that one right. It's a level 1 dark, which again is very good because of the 2 pendulum cards that I just went over. It's a plant effect. You can use one of the 2 effects once per turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one Predap monster. I'm going to assume that's Predaplant from your hand, except Predaplant Bit Syrup. Gonna assume that's Predaplant. Just short. Effect 2, if a monster on the field has a Predaplant counter on it, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, but banish it when it leaves. So it kind of has the ability to come back, but not really. This is the one I like. This is Predaplant Amberus. I think got that one right too. Level 5 dark. Plant fusion effect. 2 Predaplant monsters. You can use one of the 2 effects of this card once per turn. Or each of the 2 effects per turn. It says if this card is fusion summoned, you can add one Predap card from your deck, graveyard, or extra deck to your hand. You contribute to the effect 2. You can target one monster you control or one monster your opponent controls with a Predaplant counter on it. Excuse me. Tribute it, and if you do, special summon one Predaplant monster from your deck. Neat. And this is, see, is this it's not the last one, but this is the good one that I was talking about. I don't even know if I've went over this one yet. But this one is supposed to be the one that's, I think they said this is the Dragoon Predaplant. Now, don't hold me to that, but I'm going to go over it, and then I'm going to give my opinion on it. Because that's what I've been told. As you can see, it's sitting at a whopping 3,600, which is not bad at all. Especially in today's game, with how monsters are. It's a little bit weaker than Queritus of Drytron. So, that's what worries me. Worries me is how easy it is to get out. So, this is Starving Venom Predator Fusion Dragon. As you can see, it's pretty damn intimidating. So this card is treated as a Predap card. We'll assume Predaplant again. So you can use the second effect of this card once per turn, which means the first one can be continuous. Nope, first one is too. I don't even know why it has it like that. First effect, once per turn, when an effect is activated, quick effect, you contribute one monster with a Predaplant counter on it, and if you do, negate that activation. Wow. If this card is fusion summon, if this fusion summon monster is sent to the graveyard by your opponent, you can target one dark monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Oh, wow. Now it's not quite Dragoon. It doesn't get a boost from negating, but still, that's a pretty good effect right there, and that is too. Oh yeah. See, here's the problem. Okay. It does not specify. And this is where it's going to be a problem if you run against this thing. Now, if you have it, it's going to be great for you. It says, if this fusion summon monster is sent to the graveyard by your opponent, you can target one dark monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So it'll be in the graveyard when this effect goes off. It is a dark monster. It is going to keep coming back like Phoenix Enforcer. Except, this is not the standby phase. This is whenever it hits the graveyard. That thing could be a problem. Alright. Beyond the pendulum. A link card. Oh, I see a Synchro. Is that a Predaplant Synchro? Well, hold on. I don't want to get to it yet. Oh my god. That's going to be big. Let's see. Beyond the pendulum is a link to dark, which can go in Predaplant. It says to affect monsters, including a pendulum monster. There you go. You can only use the second effect of this card once per turn. And it's got some fucking texture, guys. So, effect 1. If this card is link summoned to the extra monster zone, you can pay 1,200 life points, add 1 pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. Broken. Also, after adding it to your hand, this turn you cannot activate monster effects. And the effects of cards in your pendulum zones are negated until you pendulum summon. So monster effects are negated and pendulum effects are negated until you pendulum summon. Once you pendulum summon, all those effects become active. Remember this. This can be a good card if you're a pendulum player. Very good card. Obviously, I can see where this becomes a problem. Beyond the pendulum is not the most broken card you're ever going to see because, again, the effects could be negated. There is nothing that I'm seeing right here that is going to keep this card on the field. So the effects can be negated at any time. There is no if, whens, buts, howevers. This card can be negated. So just keep that in mind when running this card. But this card is really good for a pendulum deck. Let's see, effect 2. If 2 monsters with different original levels are pendulum summoned at the same time to zones this card points to, you can target 2 cards on the field and destroy them. That is a good effect. But again, there's nothing keeping this from not getting negated as well. So, effect failure will hit this thing right down and you'll be out. So, it's not bad, but it's not that great. Oh my god, what is this? What the fuck is this? Is this a Predaplant? It's a psychic synchro effect. Oh. What is this? If you know what this thing is, let me know in the comments. Bro. A Psycho in Punisher. Dude, I could possibly run this in Blue Eyes if you want to be honest. I don't know if it'd be any good to run it in Blue Eyes, but let's find out. Let's see, it takes 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner. So is that plus 1 tuner, plus 1 monster, plus a non-tuner? Or is it 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner? If that's the case, then that is going to be an easy problem. It depends on how that's worded. I'm not sure how exactly this is done. I'm going to assume 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner. Maybe it's different. I don't know. But let's see what the effects are of this thing. Effect 1. If your life point is lower than your opponent's, Synchro Summon card is unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. So everything. Once per turn, you can pay 1,000 life points and target 1 monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls. Banish them. Wow. It's a costly banishment effect, but it's not that big either. During the start of either battle phase, you can make this card gain attack to the difference between both players' life points. So I can gain attack even if I got you down. So let's say I got you down 4,000, 8,000. This thing is going to be at 7,500. Wow. I might run that in Blue Eyes if that's all it takes. But I'd have to make room for it. That is a needy effect. All of those are. Because let's say you're down in Blue Eyes and you get a white stone and alternative. Or just, Blue Eyes White Dragon, because it doesn't specify just one tuner, one non-tuner. You could literally jump right into this thing and take the game back over, essentially. Because you can pay 1,000 life points, then banish one card you control and your opponent controls, and that would get you back in shape. Holy crap. That is probably the best card I have ever seen. How long before this thing gets banned? Or will it, because synchros are really hard to get into, besides if you run them in Sword Soul. I think I would put this in Sword Soul too. Defo. I'll have to look that up and see which one this is. Let me scroll up and see if I can find it. But man, that thing is going to be tough. This ain't the one I've been talking about, is it? Hang on. Let me go here. Now I'm just gonna do this off my phone. So this. Defo dash JP 036. Search. Oh my god, it's Dimension Force. Dude, how many cards are they gonna get? Because they have the zombie support too. Like, what in the hell? You could run that in zombies too. It's not a zombie, but you could turn it into one. Oh my god. Is it? The only thing it's missing is being a dark. Man, if that was a dark, that Predaplant card could summon this thing. Wow, that's so broken. That's broken, guys. I like it though. Not gonna lie, I do like it. So this is all the time I have for today. Holy crap, there are 2 really good cards in this thing. 3 actually, if you add that pendulum summoning effect. Actually, I think most of the cards today were pretty good. Didn't really have any that I really disagreed on. And there's a few that I didn't see how they went off. But, you know, it all depends on how you pair the cards to it. But from the cards that I went over today, they are pretty damn good. This is all the time I have for today. So I'm going to be signing off after this. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm Pierce Nation, and I will see you in the next Yu-Gi-Oh! News. Pierce Nation, out.